Another one. Like my boy Khaled say. What's up, y'all? It's your boy the Urban Junkie here. In today's upload, I want to address the identity and how we are not our identity. Let's get into it. What the identity is. The identity is nothing more than a collection of experiences and belief systems that we cling to for dear life, that we identify with. It is not fixed, but rather malleable, plastic, if you will. But often we believe that we are our identity. But if we were our identity, there would be no room for change, for growth, for evolution and expansion. We will forever be constricted and confined to our current experience, to our current beliefs about who we are, to our current experiences. Meaning, whatever light in life we have currently, that's our reality until we leave this avatar. We all know that's full of BS. Belief systems, belief systems that aren't serving us. There's plenty of examples of the identity being malleable. Grant Cardone, for instance, he talks about all the time how he used to be an addict in rehab, borrowing money from his people, just going through. And look at him now. He got tired of identifying with being an addict, with so-called losing, with limiting beliefs, with telling himself no, you can't have this. All you can have is this junkie lifestyle. He got tired of that and simply made a choice to assume a different identity. And he committed to it. Look at him now. The undercover billionaire. Oprah, Tyler Perry, Tiffany Haddish. There's plenty of examples we could use. Plenty. So we don't have to get into that, but that's just like, what we really are, who we really are, is not our government name, is not our occupation, is not our achievements, not the community we belong to. Who and what we really are transcends all of that. We're timeless beings. We're limitless beings. We're everything. We're creators. We're pure awareness. When we remove the flesh of this avatar, what are we? I'm certainly not Jason Washington. I'm certainly not Urban Junkie. What am I? You feel me? Pure potential, pure energy, a creator with the godlike faculty of imagination. The relevance of the identity in regards to the trajectory of your life. This is key right here because what we identify with determine how it determines how our life unfolds, what lifeline we shift to. For instance, me, I always identify with being shy, being socially awkward. I identify with the street mentality, the street lifestyle, all these things that weren't serving me, that were holding me back from the yearnings of my heart. I always had that nudging and that desire for more, for a different experience than my current reality. But what could I do when I myself believed that I was my identity? I believed I was shy. I believed I was socially awkward. I believed I was a criminal, uh, convicted felon. And then society confirmed it. They make it even worse. So what could I do but act out the actions that are associated with that identity? You feel me? Now, for an example, I want to use movie actors and actresses. Actresses, they are the masters at assuming different identities according to their objective. Yeah, they assume different identities for every part they have to play in a different role easily. It's easy as throwing on a different T-shirt. They identify with those identities or the script for that identity to the degree where after the film is finished, oftentimes it's difficult for them to disengage from the character they assumed in that movie. That's how deeply embedded they got that identity of that character and that script and that role they have to play into their being, to the point they were no longer acting. They became the character. And that's what we need to do. Become whatever we want to become. You want to be successful? Become it. You want to experience joy? Experience it. Just be. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Whatever you want to have, you can have. Whatever you want to be, you can be. But you have to assume the identity that's resonating with that. So the priceless question is, what script will you choose to play in your movie slash life? Will you continue to choose limiting beliefs and unfulfilled existence, doubt, negativity, humble, meager beginnings? Your occupation isn't your identity once again. Your actions aren't your identity. Don't get lost on that. Or will you choose to destroy barriers, doubt, and limiting beliefs and experience a life you dream of? I'm testing everything I talk about on myself. Anybody that knows me knows about all the things I tell y'all about being shy, being socially awkward. Uh like for me to even be sitting here talking, making videos, uploads, just to be doing the things I'm doing, to be learning about business, to be learning how to use computers. Just 6 months ago, I had this laptop. Well, not this particular laptop, but just a laptop period for like since 2019. Never opened it, never used it. Knew one day I was gonna use it because I write books. Never used it because I identified with someone who's ignorant to computers, who doesn't know how to work computers, who's scared to even learn. When I look at what needs to be done, it just looks like hieroglyphs. It looks like the code in the matrix file. I just didn't understand none of this and had no desire to. I was actually fearful of these things. I identified with you know, being a guy that works a 9 to 5 job, trying to live. I done identify with a lot of things. But lately, right before this, just working a 9 to 5 job, computer illiterate, still a little socially awkward. I wasn't selling drugs no more, but I was still dealing with people in the life, frequenting places that people in the life frequenting. Basically, essentially, still in the life, just not getting the money out the life, but still around all the elements. I had a few situations happen where like it really like the writing was on the wall. Like it's time for me. Like if I keep assuming the identity I'm currently assuming, I'm gonna end up back in prison or I'm gonna end up dead. So it was just as simple as making a choice. The choice to assume and be a different identity. Once I did that and committed to it, everything else took care of its own. I start acting all of my actions start coming from that place of being, that energy, that space of being a successful businessman. And don't get it twisted. Like I said, money, material things, possessions doesn't equate to success. Success is that's a preference. That's to each individual. Like to me, I'm not in jail. That's a success to me. I'm no longer ignorant to a lot of things. That's a success to me. I'm learning how to work computers. That's a success to me. I've learned that I could find joy, happiness, contentment, peace, everything within. These are successes to me. Because before I always looked for everything outside of me, my happiness, my joy, my contentment, my income. Everything was dependent upon something outside of me. But in reality, everything is really dependent upon your inner state, your being. The outer world is just a reflection of your self-talk, your feelings, your thoughts reflecting back to you. If you feel the world is cold, mean, critical, people don't want you to succeed, that's what you're gonna experience. Just like me, for instance, I was labeled a felon, I'm black, I'm young, all that. I used to let all this stuff hold me back. Me being shy from making videos, just letting all this stuff get in the way of what my heart wanted. Your heart knows what's best for you. I finally decided to allow myself to experience what my heart wanted through exercises, techniques, and just believing. I got my mind on board. And once your mind and the heart gets in alignment, that's when the magic happens. And see, the mind, we already know about the mind. It's going to play games, throw doubts. It needs proof. You have to feed it some type of proof to get it in alignment with your heart. Otherwise, it's going to be challenging to manifest the identity, the experiences you want to have. But the same way the mind looks for proof that you can't become or things won't work out, you got to train it to look for proof that it can. There's always proof there. You just got to look for it. Yeah, and focus on that. But yes, we are not our identities. We don't have to keep living our life and making our decisions based on who we think we are, or that identity. We can be. It's just as simple as choosing, being, and committing. And that's why you have to get clear about what you want out of life. Most of us are clear about what we don't want, and that's cool. But it's time to get clear about what you do want, so you can assume the identity and start experiencing those wants. And then once you get a taste of that and see it's possible, you could just switch your identity at will for when it suits you, for whatever you want to become, for whatever objective you have. This presentation is only lasts 15 minutes and we're about at 14. So I'm gonna end this here. It's a little short one. But yeah, just trying out something different. Presentation, my first one. Bear with me, y'all. I know things like it isn't perfect, and nor should be. I'm not waiting to make things perfect. I'm gonna just jump out there and tweak it as I go, because if I sit here, that's just another excuse for me not to even start. So I've learned to just go ahead and get things started and just grow with it. And that's just me being vulnerable once again, showing you that you don't have to be perfect. Like, what is perfect for real? What is perfection? But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna end this here, man. I just want y'all to know you are not your identity. You could choose to be whatever you want to be. Simple as a choice. Catch y'all in the next one, man. I appreciate y'all stopping here, kicking it with me. I'm out.